Songwriters, do you ever finally have time to write and you just get stuck and you can't do what you want to do because you're just shut down, you're not coming up with any good ideas? It might be the time to choose an activity that is adjacent to writing but is not necessarily what you sat down to do because you're just not in the headspace for it. Depending on if you're in the mood to put ideas out or take in information, here are several ideas of things you can do. First of all, I would say get in touch with your inner muse, that intuition, that little poet that lives inside of you, and maybe offer up just some free play for your inner muse. That could look like doing a flow write where you are just putting words down on paper and not even judging any of it, not worrying about if it makes sense. You're just constantly putting words down, just practicing that, going with it, going with it, going with it. Or if you want to take it up a notch, you could practice doing the flow write where you do it in rhyming pairs. And again, not judging it, even if you're using the same word over and over again to rhyme with itself, or you're making up fake words, is just writing without stopping. You start a line and you don't even know how it's going to end. That is a form of being creative that isn't necessarily working on your song, but it's working the muscles that will help you get better at writing your song. Or you could just journal. If you just need to offload some stuff, just offload onto a page. Put your voice memos on and start playing chord progression. Or find some track out there and just flow out, freestyle some melody ideas. Record yourself while you're doing it so you can save everything you're doing. You could just go back and listen to some songs that are in progress and just kind of make mental notes of things you want to change. You could just go through your old voice memos and just listen to all of them. And you don't even need to make decisions. You could just listen to them. If that all feels like too much work mentally and all you've got in you is just to flip around a thesaurus, just start looking at words. Or go into, if you have a dog, go into that program and open up a sample bank and just start exploring some samples that you've never used before. Just write down the names of some of them that sound really cool. Or learn how to use a delay or compressor in a way that you've never done it before. Maybe look up some videos on YouTube about something that you're not really good at. You can look up a song that you really love, that you've always admired, and look at the lyrics, study the chords, study the melody. Or you could just quietly lay down and put your earbuds in and listen to a song that you've always admired. Don't even have to analyze it, just absorb it. Because even the stuff that you listen to passively influences you. It does, it seeps in. First step is just don't judge yourself. That self-judgment, man, doesn't get us anywhere. And there are a lot of things you can do that are adjacent to the thing that you don't feel like you have in you right in the moment. And that's okay. You'll come back to it, and maybe you spend 15 minutes on this other activity, and then suddenly you're in the mood to work on your song.